What's up, guys? Cinestalker here for a Blu-ray movie review video, and also an interesting little food, not like a food, but sort of like a food, a drink challenge is this. The new Pepsi Fire. I'm gonna taste this real quickly towards the end of this video and see how this is. It's a cinnamon flavored cola. I'm gonna add some stuff to it too to mix up a little bit so I can get this cinnamon taste, because to kick off the summer, because today, June 20th, is the official kickoff to summer, so might as well bring the summer heat, and it's hot as hell right now in San Diego, with some Pepsi Fire. First though, I'm gonna do the movie review portion first. Let's do that right now. All these titles are by Arrow Video, and they're out now, actually. Link down below if you can get these at. Some really cool horror ones. Had to share with you guys. Some of my favorite ones actually got re-released on Blu-ray, so it's really cool. Here we go. First up, here's one of my favorites in the 80s, is this horror, gory classic, Evil Ed. Look at that. Love it. Really good splatter movie. Really good effects, gory flick from the 80s. Which, pretty a quick little synopsis of the story is like this film technician named Edward. He works in the lab editing movies and stuff all day long. And then throughout the process, he gets transferred to the horror and splatter gore department to edit their movies. And he watches all these movies, like crazy gory flicks, does the editing process, and it affects him because he's like a well-mannered guy, really not used to that stuff. So he's thrown into this world, messes up his brain in a sense. So all the stuff he sees, all the violent crap he sees while he's editing all the movies, it makes him a little bit nuts, and he does that in real life and gets all crazy and cracks up and things like that. And his crazy gory classic from the 80s. Really fun movie. Kind of reminds you of like a nice From Beyond sort of Dead Alive vibe to it, actually. Also really cool, this movie too. Throughout the movie you see a lot of cool like vintage retro horror posters and stuff and things in the background. Like see like Evil Dead and other kinds of movie posters in the background from like actual real movies within this movie. It's really cool. So you get some cool like movie VHS horror element at the background of this film. But a really cool addition this is, because I think for the first time ever you get the actual uncut edition of this thing, which was sought after and really rare to get. You get the director's cut, and you also get the original theatrical cut, which is really cool. Here's a back here loaded up with all kinds of awesome extras, like commentaries, behind the scenes, little talks of it, some old school footage too, trailers, and a whole lot more in this set. Here's a real close look at the inside of the contents. So I'm gonna show that, right? So here it is, got a nice little booklet right here, 3 discs. Check that out, awesome. You also get the original awesome poster art right over there. The new one looks really rad too. I do like that one. It's really bitchin'. And of course, a little booklet of some of the contents of the movie itself inside. Really, there's Ed right there. But just a neat movie, really fun. Especially like horror movies, definitely got to pick this one up. It's really cool. Fun movie, good 80s movie. You definitely will enjoy this. Especially you get this the director's cut of this thing, which is about I think like 8 minutes more of gore and footage they took away from the original theatrical cut. So that's really cool. They had this in this edition. I'm so excited this is out. So definitely, if you're a horror fan, definitely check out Evil Ed if you never had before. It's really cool. If you saw it before, you pretty much had, I think, the director's, I think you had the regular theatrical cut. So maybe you want to get this one, upgrade it. So it's really good on Blu-ray to the uncut version of it. So really neat stuff right here. Actually, next up here by the Arrow Academy line is this little film from way back, I think 1960, is this one, Spotlight on a Murderer. Neat little murder mystery about this count, and it goes as a really rich person, you know, and they vanish out of trace, and the heirs of the count inherit all the assets of him, but they have to wait 5 years in order to get that and declare it. And in the meantime, they have to come up with weird creative ways to keep up with the upkeep of this lavish lifestyle. 5 years they got to wait until they can collect all the monies, but until then they got to come up with these weird ways in order to do that with this mansion and stuff like that. But all these weird things happen, and people begin disappearing, all kinds of interesting things go on throughout that in this interesting murder mystery. It's really cool, actually. It was shot in black and white. I have no idea what this is about before. Actually, it was a pretty good watch right here. Which, like murder mysteries, like TCM kind of classic movies, you definitely get to enjoy the Spotlight on a Murderer. Load up with some nice, interesting features in this thing about the movie itself by film historians. See some nice interviews with whatever the cast is left, trailers, a whole lot more of this film right here. I'll show you guys inside of it. Booklet, of course. See, it's shot in black and white. Pretty neat movie. Some nice cinematography in this thing. Really good music score in it, actually. And here is the original movie poster of it. Check that out. But yeah, pretty interesting movie. So it has really good visuals in this thing. Black and white, it looks really cool. But a neat one right now by the Arrow Academy line. All right, next up here by Arrow Video also is this movie, the classic Madhouse, directed by Aviedo Acenites. I messed up the whole name. I was reading the pack. I was like, his name is so complicated. But he did the movies Prying 2, The Spawning, and he also did a classic I really like, The Visitor, which about years ago from Code Red Line. Has Lance Henriksen in it. Really cool science fiction horror flick, but a really, really good one. Definitely I recommend that is The Visitor. But first, let's talk about Madhouse. Pretty neat movie about this. Pretty much the story takes place of these two twin sisters, Mary and Julia. And Mary is did a bunch of torment to her sister Julia as a kid, and she was been locked away in a mental institution for years. And she has like this crazy disfiguring disease, and it makes her face look all mauled up looking. And what's the crazy thing is like she escapes this mental hospital, but vows revenge on her sister Julia. And Julia's on the outskirts, and all these weird things happen. And Julia's birthday's coming up too, and so she wants to cause all this torment to her on her birthday for some reason. Who have to watch out and see. But it's a really neat one here, produced by these Italian filmmakers, so it definitely has a neat Italian horror vibe to it at times when you watch this thing with the gore and things like that. But it was made here in the States, so it has that kind of element of like American and Italian sort of vibe to it when you watch this thing. But really cool movie. Definitely like this one. Some good gore elements in this thing. Actually, some pretty good kills. It's a slow burn type movie, but actually it's pretty good though. Pretty good, nice suspense throughout the movie and things like that. The classic Madhouse, which is now on Blu-ray. I don't think it's been on Blu-ray before. Originally on this DVD, but this thing is loaded up with all kinds of extras on here. All kinds of like behind the scenes footage, some nice interviews, some new stuff. Things like that from film historians about this movie. Look at that cool cover art. I really like the new commission cover. Look at that thing. It looks really, really great. So some really cool kills in this movie, especially at the end of the thing. I'm not going to give it away, but it's really, really cool. Check out that original poster art. Really neat. Little look at the booklet of it inside. Check it out. Neat little atmospheric movie. And it says a little slow burn, but it's not bad though. It's a pretty cool flick. I definitely enjoy it. Really nice little horror flick to get right here. It's out now. Good old classic Madhouse. And last but not least, I'm definitely excited about this classic is Dario Argento's The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. Dario Argento's very first film debut. This was directorial debut is actually this right here, and redefined the giallo style movies with this 1970 Italian giallo classic. Set right here is loaded up, all kinds of extras, which I'll get to those in a little bit. But this thing is a beautiful set. It's a nice hardbound box that comes in. Got a disc, got a nice little booklet, and you also get a poster in this thing too, which I'll show you guys in a little bit what it looks like with the original poster art and the new commission one right there. So pretty much the story takes place with this American writer named Sam. He's in Rome, staying there as a writer, writing a story. And one night he is, goes off for a walk. He leaves. He's walking by this art gallery, and he witnesses like this woman on the ground laying there. So he goes to investigate more at this art gallery, and the woman's like in blood. She looks like she's been stabbed in the stomach. And he can't get in there because it's like closed in behind all this glass. So he calls for help. Help comes. The police come there, and they barely save her life. But in the process, he becomes like he thinks he's seen something there in the museum art gallery, all kinds of weird statues. He thinks he sees something there that holds the key to the mystery of who stabbed her. So he becomes obsessed with it to find out who stabbed her. And these other crimes start happening to women throughout the city, and he becomes obsessed with finding out who is the killer and what happened in a nice classic giallo fashion. You gotta love it. Great classic, The Bird of Crystal Plumage. Really cool movie. Great atmosphere. Great giallo classic. Their handed glove guy with the knives and what they attack and the way they kill and stuff. Really artistic. With the way the movements are, and just great cinematography and great music in this thing. And what's great about this is this Argento's very first directorial debut in this thing. So you get to see how his style, he started off with a bang with this thing right here. Classic movie. I love it. Love the new artwork to that thing. Looks great. Let me show you guys the inside of this thing real quick. So the contents inside when you get this, it's hardbound box. And then here, you get a nice booklet of the movie. Nice in-depth booklet here. Some pictures of the film. Nice write-up by a film historian about the movie and Argento's life and how he started filming, things like that. Really, really interesting read right here. And you also get the poster I mentioned. You get this really cool poster. We go back so you can take a better look at it. But you get the new commissioned art right over there. But you also get the classic artwork too. Check that out with the poster. So you can hang out on the wall if you want. That thing will look really rad. Really like that. I didn't even know it was going to come with a poster, this thing. And I was like, wow, I was impressed and surprised. Here's the Blu-ray. and all kinds of crazy features on this thing. Look at this thing is loaded up with all kinds of film historian interviews, some behind the scenes, new commentaries, you know, trailers, all kinds of stuff is in this. And there's also a nice little piece of this thing about giallo cinema, which is an interesting watch. Really in depth. They blow out of the park with this thing. This thing is amazing right here. You also get these neat, like kind of like lobby cards in here too. All kinds of different imagery from the film, things like that. It's really, really cool, really rad. And boom, right there. And I just love it. This thing looks so cool. And look at that. I love that too. That great artwork right there. It's a great set. If you like love Italian movies, you'll definitely get a kick and enjoy this new edition of The Birth of Crystal Plumage. He already had the old sets. Definitely try to get the new one right here. It looks really good on Blu-ray. Great sound quality. It looks amazing as every video always does. And this is a classic to have in the collection. If you've never seen it before, definitely get this giallo. It's a classic to have if you're just a fan of horror. Definitely get this, and also like other movies he's done, like Suspiria and those other classics too, from Dario Argento. But this is a great one right here. Gotta love it. I hope you guys enjoyed my movie reviews of these films. They're all available now. I believe this one just came out today, so on June 20th. So link down below where you can get these cool movies and other movies from the company. Check them out. Now, I'm a little bit thirsty. It's kind of hot in here. I need myself, to cool myself off, I need some of that Pepsi Fire. So I'm going to get some of that right now and see how this stuff tastes like. Alright, so I tried out the classic Crystal Pepsi in a video over a year ago. Might as well try out the brand new Pepsi Fire that I think got released like a month or less ago. So a follower from me from YouTube and enjoys my videos, Ross Bristow, messaged me on Facebook about this. So I figured, it was a couple weeks ago, so I figured I'm going to get around to it now and try it out. Some Pepsi Fire. I don't know if you guys tried this out yet. I think it's at certain stores. I got this at 7-Eleven, but it's a cinnamon flavored cola, as you can see. But also, I'm just going to drink this and try it. I'm going to kick it up a notch and do a little more different stuff. I'm going to try some hot tamales with it too at the same time, and also eat up some big red gum. Oh yeah, so I'm going to have a nice fire in my mouth going on this hot day to kick off summer, the summertime heat, with the summertime heat in my mouth right here with this. See how this is? See if it's fire or not? I don't know. I'm trying to try it out now. So let's see how it is. I'm sure my mouth will be extra fire with some hot tamales and some big red gum while I'm drinking that too. Oh yeah, so let's go try this out right now, huh? Let's do it. Time to bring on the heat with some Pepsi Fire. Sort of like a reddish tone. It smells like not too bad. Let's try it out, huh? Man, it's not really too hot. This has a slight cinnamon flavor to it. It's kind of weird, but not too bad. I thought it'd be like a little more spicier in the mouth, like more tingly, like the hot tamales. I think that'd be a lot better. It's all right. Kind of an acquired taste, but it tastes kind of like Pepsi with a slight cinnamon flavor at the end of it. Nothing too crazy. I don't know how big of a success this will be, but you know, it's interesting to try out. Let's try with the hot tamales in my mouth too, huh? Haven't had these in a while. These are always a nice classic candy. So I'm gonna put some of these in my mouth and then drink up some of the Pepsi Fire and pick it up a notch, right? I don't know why, but let's do it like that, huh? A little bit of that. Now, what am I doing? I have no idea. I was like, these are a little more spicier than this. But, yeah. What am I doing? Now let's try out some big red gum. I don't know what the hell. Let's take a few sticks of some big red and then, you know, put them on my mouth, chew them up, and gargle it with some Pepsi Fire, huh? Do it up like that. Why? I don't know why. It's like strange and do like a kick off the summertime fun, right? That's right. Oh yeah. Nothing really even hot at all. Pepsi Fire. I get that fiery. It's just okay. On my mouth. Put some hot tamales in there too. Put it all in there. A little Fiesta Fire action in there. I don't know what the hell's going on. But yeah. Lovely. Kind of a horrible combination of gum and hot tamales in your mouth. Oh my god. Look at that too? Oh man. But anyway, what the hell was that? I have no idea. But the Pepsi Fire wasn't really that fiery. Just wanted to try it out with you guys. I don't know if you guys had it yet, but it's okay. It ain't that bad. Just kind of a weird acquired taste. I would just get regular Pepsi, actually. This is just okay. That was right there, but weird little segment of me trying out Pepsi Fire with some sort of fiery goodies on the side, like the candy and the gum. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, let me know what you guys thought about it. If you're going to get the titles I talked about right here, and what kind of stuff you're going to get this week on Blu Ray or whatever media you like, possibly VHS too, which I do like that also. But the link down below for those Arrow video releases, check it out if you like, and all other stuff that's coming out from that company. And I'll catch you guys later on the next video. I'll see you and have a great kickoff to the summer tonight. Oh yes, should be a nice hot one out there, nice fun one. Oh yes, and I'll see you in the next video. I gotta go.